A woman in Greg Abbott's Republic of Gilead, I'm sorry, I'm kidding, it's Texas. They apparently self-induced an abortion for reasons that we will get into. But they did that, and that is illegal because women don't really have rights in Texas. And so the police did the normal, reasonable thing you would do after that happened. They performed a nationwide search of more than 83,000 automatic license plate reader cameras across the country to track her down. That's what they did. By the way, that includes on cameras in states in which women do still have control over their bodies. So if you exercise control over your own physical form in a place where they know better than you do, and then you flee to civilized lands, they will track you down even there. Don't think that you have privacy, that you're free anywhere in America. The cops can find you wherever you go. And so on May 9th, an officer from the Johnson County Sheriff's Office in Texas searched the system Flock. They do these cameras for evaluations of license plates, and gave the reason as, quote, had an abortion, search for female, which sounds like it could be the name of an episode on The Handmaid's Tale. Had an abortion, search for female. No, that's the explanation. The cop was like, there's a terrible female out there. She needs to be tracked down. And so usually when officers search Flock cameras, they're required to provide a reason for doing so, but they don't generally have to get a warrant or any sort of court order. To search tens of thousands of cameras across the country, they don't need a warrant. And so they can do that. They can do that in their own district, in the state, across the country. They searched 6,800 different networks of cameras, almost 84,000 cameras in total. The officer looked for hits over a month-long period. He didn't just do this once, like a fluke, a whim. He spent a month searching for her across the country on this because no other crimes were committed in Texas at that point. There was nothing else that needed to be investigated. There was just a woman who did a thing that for, the better part of a century was legal to do, but recently hasn't been. So stop the presses. We need to find her at all costs. Apparently, the reason that she self-administered the abortion was the family and she were worried that she was going to bleed to death. We were trying to find her to get her to a hospital. Let's see, we weren't trying to block her from leaving the state or whatever, get an abortion. It was about her safety. And so again, just a couple of years ago, even in Texas, this would have all been super routine. She would have gotten actual care if she'd had side effects or bleeding or anything. She would have been able to deal with that. You wouldn't have needed to flee for civilization at all, but they do all of this and they tell us it's about life. And also they're very, very interested in protecting women, I hear, when the topic is trans people in sports. But anyway, Brett, this seems a little bit, I had no idea that they could search all of those cameras. That seems insane to me. What do you think?
As a avowed Trump supporter, I don't understand my fellow Trump supporters' approach on abortion. It is insane. As we all know, we proud Trumpers are furious with people who come in here to this country and eventually steal our jobs and take the life away, the life force away from the people who are citizens. That is exactly what a baby does. It lands here in this country. It eventually grows up. It learns things I'm not allowed to learn. I will be too stupid to learn, and it will eventually take my job. So I think we should force abortions on people before the babies are born, for the simple reason that I want to protect Americans that are here now and not the ones that are trying to show up. That's insane. I think in this scenario, like, guy, get another thing to be obsessed about. It is so weird because there are many things, like I think we should get involved in the case of like the true crime documentaries. I understand getting obsessed with that. Murders that happen, I understand getting obsessed with that. I don't understand people, in all earnestness, I do not understand people who are this obsessed with abortion, because it is just a crusade against an idea you have in your mind.
Yeah.
You want to be better and more pure than other people. You want to have your religion and your sense of ethics dictate stuff for them, to the point that you literally want to crawl up their hoo-ha and police it there. And I don't think we should have crazy nightstick wielding police officers crawling up people's hoo-has, period.
You are anti hoo-ha crawls.
That's an invasion
I like
in itself.
It's a bold stance, but I appreciate it.